Hello, Internet, YouTube, it's Astronomy Live. Trying to do a live stream test for the first time. So I'm streaming straight from my smartphone, which has an adapter to put it on my Coronado PST Hydrogen Alpha telescope. So YouTube has just unlocked this functionality for me, and now I can do live streaming straight from the phone. So this is not a Google Hangout, this is from the phone. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. This is completely experimental. I've never done this before. It claims I have a poor connection, so I apologize. I might have to put a better antenna on my Wi-Fi router to try to get the signal outside here. And it's also really windy. And the telescope is not sitting on my LX200. So tracking is not occurring right now. This is untracked. I currently have a broken toe, and thus I cannot set up my heavy main telescope equipment. So I've just got a regular old camera tripod here with the Coronado PST. But it's working well enough, I think, for a quick experiment here. So you can see a couple prominences at the edge of the sun there. I haven't quite figured out the camera settings here with this. In fact, unfortunately, it doesn't look like YouTube's app will let me go into my pro camera settings and manually alter the exposure or anything for that matter, which would be ideal, but I just have to take what it gives me, I guess. So, working with that is a bit of a challenge, but we'll get through it here. Yeah, it's trying to autofocus as well. It really shouldn't do that. It should just stick to a manual focus, but I can't tell it to manually focus. So, let me know, guys, how the frame rate looks, because this is experimental. Like I said, I've never done this before. I am on a Wi-Fi connection, but it's indoor, obviously. So I've got a big antenna I can put on that Wi-Fi router and point it out here. I might have to do that next time. Like I said, I'm on a regular camera tripod here, so I have to nudge it left and right and up and down and try to keep the sun in the view. What is this thing? This thing is the sun in hydrogen alpha light. This lets us see solar flares, prominences, filaments, all the fun stuff that you can't normally see in white light. And this is with a Coronado PST and a Meade smartphone adapter attached to an eyepiece. I forget which eyepiece I put on here right now. This is a Plössl, Meade Plössl eyepiece. I think it's the 15mm, but I'm not sure. It's pretty simple, even crude. Oh dear. So it reconnected me there. I seem to have lost the connection temporarily. Yeah, next time I will definitely point the Wi-Fi antenna outdoors. And by that I mean I've got a big dish antenna I can actually put on the Wi-Fi router. I don't normally have it on there because it's kind of ridiculous, but for this, it may be necessary. It seems like this streaming app here for YouTube is a little more demand bandwidth than the normal Hangouts app. So, I don't normally have issues like this. I don't normally need to go to extreme lengths to get good Wi-Fi signal out here. A cable modem, all of it, to try to make sure everything's running smoothly. I'm in Florida, so the sun will be setting before too long over the roof line. But I just wanted to do a quick test here and see how this works. I got a notification last night that YouTube had unlocked the live streaming function for me. It's not available to all channels. At least it wasn't, and I don't think it is still. But fortunately, so many of you guys have subscribed to my channel lately that I have now passed the threshold at which they will allow me to try live streaming. And it's... oh man, it keeps dropping me. Well, this will be a very short test today, unfortunately. I'll be cutting the connection off here. I know it's choppy. I promise it'll get better next time. I've got to see how this goes, and a couple things. Now I know I need to make sure I've got a really good Wi-Fi connection, full bars, or it doesn't work. And the other thing is this drains the battery on my phone like mad. I had about 40% power when I set up. I was down to 36% by the time I started streaming, and I'm now down to 19%. It's eaten an incredible amount of power in a very short time. But that's okay. All these issues are fixable, and now I know what needs fixing. So next time it'll be better and longer, and hopefully not as choppy. I just wish they let me... oh, I can zoom in at least, but I can't pan around the image, so I can pan the telescope itself. Just wanted to zoom in on these prominences, but it's really having trouble with the focus. The autofocus is trying to fight me. I can focus the telescope, but the problem is the autofocus tries to override that. Oh well. When you zoom out, you can see it really well. There are prominences on the sun. So, total solar eclipse in August. But I probably will not be live streaming that. I probably won't have a good connection for live streaming. But I'm planning to head up to Nebraska and record that event. So I'll bring back the footage and upload it after the eclipse. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't think I'll have the ability to live stream the eclipse, but I am testing the equipment right now to make sure I can record it in both white light and hydrogen alpha simultaneously. Alright, with that, I've got to close out here because my battery on the phone is dying, and so is my internet connection. But thanks all for joining me for this experimental test run of live streaming. Stay tuned. Clear skies, folks.